Hello and welcome back to All Under Heaven. I've been away for a couple of days, so we're going to use this opportunity to answer a couple of questions from the comments and then basically just do a little checkup for our current position, work out what our current goals are, and just kind of settle in our mind what exactly we want to be doing. So, let's start with the questions from the comments. First of all, travel. Somebody was asking about how bad travel events are. And what kind of set this off is the fact that our son traveled up and down this dangerous path without there being, well, any kind of problems at all. They went up, they came back down, they were absolutely fine. So, how bad are travel events? Well, the answer is they can be really, really bad. They can have events that the good outcome is only half of your traveling party die, which is obviously not ideal. But you could reasonably travel through all of these areas without any danger whatsoever. You could have no bad events that fire. Basically, an easy way of thinking about it is the more dangerous zones you go through, the more chance you have of new dangerous events happening. It doesn't mean that any of them have to happen, it just means that they can. And they can be very, very bad. I think, although I've not confirmed this, but just from anecdotal experience, they tend to put some seasoned traveler experience as a reward for going through some dangerous events, but there are easier ways to get seasoned traveler experience if you want it. So, yeah, that's kind of how it is. Now, there is another side to this, which is that the AI doesn't do the exact same things that the player does. It doesn't go through the exact same dangers, and therefore what our son did is not going to be exactly the same as what we would do if we went through this land, right? Like, it could be that the AI actually has much less danger on their travels in general to stop the AI constantly running into dangerous zones and dying over and over and over again. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, but the AI tends to have cheats like that around certain systems. I think one that they have in a couple of games tends to be things like attrition, because the AI is really bad at managing attrition and tends to sit on top of each other, or sit their armies on top of each other and just constantly lose troops, so they tend to cheat a little bit with that across multiple Paradox games. So yeah, just because the AI does it doesn't mean that you can, essentially. Next thing, children's exams. You have failed your exam, just to confirm this one, and you can retake it this year in 7 days. You have also failed your exam, and you can retake it in 2 years. And then in here, you have not taken your exam yet, because you are not 6 years old. So, yeah, essentially that's what's going on with the children's exams. Also, you're 3, so you're even younger and you haven't taken your exams yet. So, there you go. Also, there was a suggestion of waiting to take the exams. I don't think there's any real reason to. I mean, apart from the fact that it stresses your children out if they fail. But if you take the exams early, you can just then take them again later, right? It just puts them on cooldown. So I think you should just spam it whenever there's an opportunity to take the exams, because realistically, you're going to be able to do like 2 or 3 attempts over a child's lifetime. And if they've got like a 40% or percent chance, let's say you can only do it 3 times, but you got a 40% chance, you're probably going to pass. So yeah, I think that seems better to me, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Let's have a look at our character for a second. So we are 3rd rank, which means we can be appointed to Empire tier titles, which does include non-landed titles. It's been pointed out. This is not an easy list to sort, is it? Oh, maybe? Size? I don't think size is what I'm looking for here. Although these are all kingdom level titles. I guess an easier one to look at would be our top lieges thing here. Like, this guy is a chancellor, as in terms of his empire title. And we are technically 6th in line for that title. I mean, we're actually like a little bit further away than it seems, because if we have a look here, this person's 1st rank, so he will always be above us even if our candidate score is higher, which it is. Same with this person who's second rank, same with this person who's second rank, but these titles are, in theory, at some point, something that we could upgrade to. So it's worth looking at that. Even if there aren't any landed Empire titles available, we could potentially get one of these things, which would be interesting to see exactly how those work from a player side of things. But anyway, there we go. Let's have a look. So if I go into... it was into this thing. So we are 7th in line for a duchy title when a higher prominence duchy title becomes available. But that would require us, I think, again, to be higher than some of these second rank ones. But we could easily be reassigned to a new duchy title now. Kingdom titles, I just don't think there are that many available, and there are a lot of people who would take them, potentially. Although a lot of these people are landed, so probably this person would take one because he's a duke, or this person would take one because he's a duke. And then Empire tier titles, yeah, I imagine quite a lot of these kingdom titles would take them before us, so yeah, we're a little bit away, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I think if we get to second rank, we're then at the point where we're probably going to get a title if someone dies, which would be good. Also, our son is now 324th in line for a county level title. If he could raise his merit a little bit, he would jump up a huge amount in rank. Right, because if I go to a 7th rank person, yeah, he jumps up like 100 ranks just by going to 7th rank. So I think that would be his ideal place to start, because I don't think raising his candidacy score really matters right now. But yeah, we'll see. We'll give him opportunities. We should try and host events that he can join, like say the examinations where he can assist. I think that makes a lot of sense. Also, now that I think about it, if I go in here, my wife is currently the person who I'm sharing power with. I might switch it to someone else. Let's just have a look at aptitude. Actually, our wife is probably fine. I was basically just checking it wasn't our son, because if our son is our regent, then he can't go on events with us, because anytime we try to go on an event, our son would then have to be our regent, and then he doesn't get to join, so that's fine. Let's do a little check of marriages. So we are looking for people who are in our court. Oh, actually, I have one for this. Unmarried court. There we go. We have 11 people. So let's just quickly go through these people and marry them off. So let's do men first, then we will do women afterwards. So we have one here as well, don't we? Oh, there we go. Managed to get it to select. So nobody for you. Let's have a look at you. I'm assuming there's nobody, or we would have married you off by now. Oh, there's 40 characters. Okay, so it's probably because of the age difference thing. Yes, okay. So we can find you a marriage. Let's marry you to Mei. Sure, sounds good. Yep. Okay, actually, I'm just going to double check with you. My courtier... Then a couple of children here. Yeah, we're not going to marry you off there because I don't want to manage betrothals. My son is betrothed, which is fine, so we don't need to worry about him. My guru. Let's put the age difference thing back on here. There are many people who would marry my guru. Any of them have an inheritable trait? Yeah, okay. Let's get you marrying this beautiful person. There we go. Wonderful. Next, we have you. Let's take off inheritable traits. Let's go for, like, I don't know, sum of all skills. Let's avoid the bleeder. Let's marry you to this person. Cool. Next, you. Nobody is available. Let's take this off. Yep, just the children again, so we'll put it back on. And then you, it's going to be the same problem, but it's going to be the same answer at the end as well. Okay, cool. So there's those marriages done. Let's quickly do the women. So concubine, concubine. concubine, random courtier who's 57. Okay, well, we won't marry any of them off then. Cool. I think we're roughly ready to unpause. Okay, let's unpause, let these marriages go through. Wonderful. Is this my son? It is. My son is about to marry the Imperial Princess Zhao Jinggang. Okay, he loses extra eligible marriage party because he's got extra, because he's married, and that means he's going to lose his extra diplomacy. Means that we get a house relation improvement, and we still can't afford a grand wedding, so yeah, let's send this one through. Wonderful. We have now married into the same family as our top liege, the Huangdi, which is fantastic. Okay. Right, clear that out. We can send our son to this examination again. I mean, how long is he locked out? He's locked out for 3 years. He's 12, so yeah, we want to send him immediately because even if he fails, we can then do it again. Yeah, so this is definitely the right choice here. So we'll send him again. He passed! Wonderful, and our level of splendor went up due to that. We're now obscure, which is okay. Okay, right. Now we've done that, I want to do a different check for our court. So I want to look at court, and I want to look at Dynasty, my Dynasty. Look at children, and then we're going to look at... Well, I guess they're all unmarried, because even if they're betrothed, they're unmarried. Yeah, there's not actually an easy way of doing this, but let's at least start here, and then we can go through them. So, betrothed, not betrothed. Betrothed, betrothed, not betrothed. So I've got 2 sons. I've got a daughter, betrothed, 2 daughters, and okay, so I've got another son. So I've got a bunch of sons and daughters who I need to marry off. If I do it by age, is it easier? Well, to a degree. So all of them need to be married off. Plus anyone else? Nope. Okay, so it's just everybody who is up here on the list needs to be married off at some point. So the reason I want to do that is I want to go quickly through these guys who we've previously been getting a like our house relations up with, and then see if there's anybody in here who we actually want to continue getting our house relations up with. So do I actually have any house relations with Lee? Cordial with you. So it's cordial with R1, right? Because this person became friends with this person, who are both dead at this point, but we are now cordial. Okay. There's only 2 living members of your house, and you're ill. Okay, so this is the only living member of your house, effectively. Would you like to marry one of my daughters? I need to change this list. There we go. Sort by age. Yeah, I think this is the most reasonable daughter for him to marry. Would you like to marry this daughter of mine? Yes, and it will increase house relations. Let's do it. You, let's have a look at your living members of your house. So married, betrothed. So that's the person who's betrothed to my daughter. Unmarried, but isn't going to marry any member of my house. Betrothed to my daughter. I could potentially betroth this son to my daughter as well. Let's do it. Yeah, and this seems fine. Okay. And that's going to further increase house relations with Yuhan. Alright, we'll send it through. I know it's a lot of marriages with the same house, but effectively this is what we are trying to do this. We're trying to increase house relations as much as possible in order to push up that connection. So which one is that? That's House Han. Okay. So we're moving towards cordial, but very, very slowly. A friendship really boosts it quite a lot, right? If a friendship boosts it up all the way to cordial. Anyway, that's fine. You, Fang, let's see. Have you got any daughters who are unmarried? Yes. Wonderful. You are going to marry, sort of by age, one of my sons. My 7-year-old son? Seems perfect. Yeah. Seems perfect. We will send that one through. Right. Next one. The Huangdi. Have you got anyone... Oh, you got 85 living members. You got anyone who could marry my, my son? How about Imperial Princess Jiao Huaoyan? Would she want to marry my youngest son? My second youngest son? Yeah? Seems like it's solid marriage. Okay. Is there anyone else we could marry in here? Probably not, right? Yeah. You're probably about to die. We could have a look here, look at living members and then do a little sort. Okay, we can't actually do a sort in the way that we want to, so let's do it by age. See if there's any members of this house who would make sense. How about this person who has an inheritable trait? How about you, who is the daughter of Governor Zhao Zhongping? How about you marry my son? A 3-year-old son. Yes, you would accept that. Wonderful. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how you're related to people. Ah, so you are the brother of the Minister of Works. Okay, so we have effectively married off our son to the niece of the Minister of Works. Okay, that seems reasonable. Although he doesn't look that healthy currently due to the smallpox, but you know, you can forgive him that. Let's have a little look at our building. So I'm building here, and I'm building here, just fine. Do I want to be building in my capital? I've got this up to max level, right? Yeah. Could upgrade our storehouse, potentially. It would give us more storehouse things. Not overly worried about the actual upgrade to it, though. Ancestral Shrine. Yeah, again, it's not a huge actual upgrade, although the Confucian education stuff's nice. Is there anything in here I might want? It kind of depends what we actually want. I do kind of want some domicile income, but some poetry trait experience gain might be nice, because it might give us events that fire and give us poetry. Merit per tax paid to liege is also intriguing, because we are paying quite a lot of tax to our liege, and it's going to keep going up. So over time, that might pay for itself. The other option is just to do something like upgrade these. Yes, I could upgrade my education hall. Means that my tutor is going to be even cheaper, and children can get the 5th level education. Now, the 5th level education does actually come with a negative, because it means you can no longer go to university, because you can only go to university if there's an education trait you can actually gain. And going to university does give you a bunch of guaranteed perk points, but having just all the educations for your children be better is it's definitely an enticing thing. Let's do it. Let's upgrade our education hall. Let's invest in that. Wonderful. And we can go on an inspection. So let's go on 1 to here. Alright. Oh no, but I'd have to pay for it all. Yeah, I don't want to... Oh, I guess I could pay for it. It says I can't afford it, right? Oh, because technically it's above 6, but let's not worry about that. Yeah, let's send that off, because I'm at -0. I'm not in debt. I'm at -0. Right, let's go. Now we're doing an inspection. Hey, house relations are going up. Wonderful. Tutor's educating some of my children. And more of these marriages are going through. Perfect. Right. That's okay. Right, arrival. So, I can attempt to improve taxes. Popular opinion, levies. Why is popular opinion negative here? Cultural acceptance is a big reason. Okay. I guess I could try and raise popular opinion here. Am I trying to convert that land? No, I'm not actually trying to convert it currently. Oh, I guess I should try and convert this land then. Yeah, okay. Cool. Back to this. Because I'm not trying to convert it, I'm going to do this on the assumption that at some point cultural acceptance will go up anyway, and then that'll get rid of the negative popular opinion. So we should be fine. The reason I was checking whether we converted is because I know that the conversion one can have a -40 to popular opinion, and if we were converting, it might have been worth doing it just to preemptively cover that. But anyway, doesn't matter because it's already our religion. Right, so this is what we're going to do with the crumbling town walls. We can lose treasury in order to get room for expansion, which means that building construction time and cost goes down for every empty building slot, which there is 2 or 3 depending on how it's counting it. It's on the holding of Laozhou. Okay, so it's yeah, on all of this. So that must be 3, so 15%. Or I can get investing guilds, which is increase for every building. Oh wait, it actually tells me, right? I forgot it does the calculation, so it's 5%. Okay, so that's going to be oh, so it's only like this one. I see. And then this would be 12% because it's these 3. Okay, so when it says it's for the holding, it's actually meaning just the top level. It's not actually meaning the lower level holdings here. Although I guess this is the county. Yeah, there isn't... Now that I think about it, there isn't a holding of Laozhou, because that's a county tier province title. Yeah, so this actually doesn't make any sense, because this isn't a holding. Because this, if we have a look here, this is a holding, right? This is one holding, and that's Lianjiang. And that's obviously the one it's looking at. And none of these are that holding that it's talking about there. Because it's talking about the prefecture, which is the county. Okay, so that kind of makes sense if you realize that what it says here is incorrect. Okay. Investing in guilds is fine, or we do not have the money. I think we invest in guilds because we get a 12% bonus versus a 5% bonus we're probably not going to use. So, let's do that. Okay. Carrying on. More education of our children going on. Overseeing Laozhou. So, we can try for improved taxes here. Or we can try for improved development. Or I can take the money. Let's try improving development here. It worked. Fantastic. I've been corresponding with your chief secretary, Prefect Zhou Shou, and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you're even someone I would one day be proud to call my friend, says this person. Alright, random person. Cool. Right, carrying on. The old roads. What are we going to do about these old roads? We can get new roads for development growth. Increase by 3 for every development below 30. That's a lot of development growth. That's 70% development growth here, which is a huge amount. And we do have some flat development as well. So yeah, an extra 70% would be massive. We can get the citizens to do it, which means we get the development growth, but we lose levy size and popular opinion. Garrison can do it. We get a negative to control. What is the positive? Control is currently going up at 0.3, even though it's at 100%. So, yeah, that would cause it to go down by 0.05, which is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world if we want to do that. No, it's not big of a problem. I'm going to just allocate the funds, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, cool. Carrying on. And, oh, what we got here, a bunch of things finished, getting us some extra merit. And we have concluded the inspection, which gets us inconclusive inspection. We get some merit, we get some money, we get improved salary for 15 years. And then we get to head back. Right. Cool. And then we get some extra random merit. Okay, this person died. So this is House Fang. I'm just keeping a track of House Fang, so we'll just choose the next person in line and not worry too much about it. Right. I can join another one of these. So where is it? Oh, it's here. That's pretty close. We don't get a ton of merit for going to these anymore. Like, we get like 100 merit for going. But we need a lot more than 100 merit. How much do we need for the next rank? We need 5,000 merit. Although I suppose the other the way to look at it is every little bit of merit helps when you need that much. I was thinking we could hold our own examination, but I guess we can't because I probably have already held one too soon. No, I could just hold one. Wait a second, is that... Wait, Yo, right, I can just hold one. Okay, so it just happens that the timer ran out. So would we be better off just holding our own examination? Maybe. Or going to this one and holding our own? Yeah, maybe we could go to this one then hold our own. I mean, it is right here, so we might as well head over. Right, let's go. And I guess this means that our son can travel with us, right? Can I actually see if he is traveling with us? No, my he-she did, though. Or my he-shang, sorry. Yeah, he-shang traveled with us. Okay. There was a language barrier here, and... we interpreted, and we have now arrived. Wonderful. Children are getting more education stuff going on. This child can be sent to do another attempt at this... Actually, this is his first attempt at the children's examination, which he failed. Okay, fair enough. Right, let's try again. And we have now gathered. Dishonored pouring. Shi Zhuang, the army supervisor prefect Cheng Xiaogong of Yunzhou, approaches the examiners with a tea tray. He pours with the wrong hand, sleeves brush on the floor, and offers cups without bow or blessing. Well, my fellow subject watches with cool disdain. You abandon the proper rites to the detriment of your virtue. Shi Zhuang, he declares, loud enough for everyone to hear. Shi Zhuang's hands tremble as he bows stiffly. So, we can demonstrate getting us diplomacy lifestyle experience. Say, why is this swine serving us, or remain silent? I'll demonstrate, sure, that's fine. Public challenge. Okay, so this person is challenging us. We could get trait experience in this, but we've already got it. Or we could get some diplomacy lifestyle experience. Do I want to become rivals with Wu Wei? I don't see any reason not to, I suppose. I'm not, like, connected to that house in any way. And we could become rivals, and I could get more learning lifestyle experience. Okay. Cool. We're going to pause after this one to have a look and see what this is actually talking about here. If we switch seats, the examiner of the gentle eyes will be the one to judge my essay. I'm going to call out this scheme. Yeah. So the Yangtze River flood relief started. It got enough contributions to start progress. Oh, so that's this one up here. Wow. Okay. So somebody has invested in all of these, which now means that it will eventually finish. So in 59 days, the project will be done, and there will no longer be all of this negative, and then they'll get the world's smallest development growth bonus. Alright. Well, there you go. Right, back over here. A timely challenge. Let us grade each other's answers. That gets me a bunch of learning. Okay. Wonderful. You gain more physician trait experience, which now means he's getting closer to renowned physician. He'll probably die before he gets there, though. Children are continuing to be educated. I am going to expose your attempt to sway the exam. Private invitation. Governor Han, a respected examiner, waves me over with a gentle smile beneath the shade of the garden pavilion. It is always a joy to speak with those who value learning. Come, join me for tea, he warmly proclaims, and notices the brooding knave, Prefect Fu, across the pavilion, eyes burning hot with envy as he approaches with a tray, obviously trying to get in the examiner's good graces. So I become rivals with this person. Shall we make room for one more, or give me? I have a duty to my scrolls today. Ooh. I'll take the merit. Let's grab the merit. We're all about getting merit here. Bell chimes. Get some more merit. Examination's now happening. So this is a child of my player heir. So, May now exists. Cool. Right. Got a new learning perk. We'll grab ourselves whole of body, which is incredible. It also opens up a new question, but we'll get to that in a second. And this is a day to remember. We get a bunch more merit, and that's that. Oh, and I got a wandering perk. Oh. Okay. I wonder what gave us the wandering perk experience. Yeah, because, wait, we got trait experience, but does that actually give you... I don't think that gave you any wandering experience in this, but maybe it does. Anyway, yeah, what we're going to grab here. Ooh. Traveling through domain holdings improves the effectiveness of your station men-at-arms. So that doesn't matter, because I don't have any men-at-arms. Decreased travel option cost. That doesn't matter, because it's treasury now. Don't care about that, or don't care about that. I guess I kind of care about this. Well, not so much this, but the other stuff you can get for inspections. So maybe I'll grab mustering. There we go. Now, the question we have here is, what do we do now? Do we go down Theologian, or do we ditch this and go somewhere else, now that we've finally got to whole of body? Which, by the way, will make our health very solidly good, even with malnourished, which we would be like to get rid of. I guess I could try and get rid of it, right? There is a way to get rid of it in here somewhere. Gain weight. Yeah, there we go. Let's try that. Increases our stress gain, but that's okay. Might get rid of malnourished, which would be good. I think it might be best for us to go into wandering lifestyle and try and get all the way down to a bunch of the inspector bonuses. I think that there are some good stuff we can get in here. We've kind of looked at this before. There's a couple of different routes. We could go down here, try and increase development growth and things, and make it so that buildings are built quicker. And yeah, Patriarch's an interesting line to go down as well, I guess, making it so that can be friends with people, and so that friends give you skill points. But I think this is a solid one to do for now. Might even take this one, so point of interest, get you extra prestige, and that'll mean that we'll start to actually rank up our level of fame a little bit, which I think will be good. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I'm apparently allowed one champion now. One singular champion. Oh, I wonder what caused that. Why do we have one champion now? What's the difference? Oh, my marshal has now gone up high enough so I can have one champion. That's because I picked the one that has marshal in here, right? Yep. So now my marshal is 15. I'm able to hold I'm able to have one singular person. All right. Well, I mean, that doesn't really do very much for us. I guess it means that this now does something. Because now I actually have a commander. He can be wounded, maimed, and killed. I guess he is the commander. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, this is a little weird. Right. So we've now got a new plan there. Our estate is just about finished building. And we are getting there. We're almost 1,000 of the way towards the 5,000 merit we need to get to second rank. Cool. Well, this seems like an okay point to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.